So I just got home from checking out an early screening of The Running Man, a brand new remake of a film that was originally starring Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day, and it's based on a Stephen King novel, and this time around is directed by Edgar Wright. Stars people like Glen Powell, you have Josh Brolin, Colman Domingo, Lee Pace, William H. Macy, Michael Cera, a full star-studded cast. And when I first heard that Edgar Wright was going to be the director of this film, I was both excited and very curious to see how that was going to work, because he has a very distinct style, quirky humor, the way that his films are shot, the way his stories are told. There's a great use of subtlety in his stories, but very on-the-nose storytelling a lot of times that leans into that humor side of things. So I was curious to see how his directorial style was going to kind of mix with a film like this that deals with the divide between the rich and the poor and media and companies, kind of deceiving the public. And so, you have some heavy theming, some more serious things that are very relatable to modern day, is very timely. That is also being done by a director who's known for more comedic style a lot of times. But with that said, Edgar Wright is undeniably one of those directors that has fun style when it comes down to action and cinematography, and I think that this film definitely lives up to those moments. There's some great moments of action in this film. I love the stunt work, the tracking shots, some great close-up shots and wide shots in this film, and I think all of the elements in terms of filmmaking that you want in a film to be technically sound, to look, feel, and sound great are all there. The cinematography, the costume design, the set design, it does a good job of modernizing the world of The Running Man with this kind of near futuristic dystopian world. And so I thought all of that was handled really, really well. And you have a great central performance by Glen Powell as a character who's down on his luck. He's trying to save his daughter who's sick. Him and his family are living in poverty. And so he decides to go on this crazy journey of going onto the show called The Running Man in order to save his family and to save his daughter in particular. And so I think this film in a lot of ways easily gets you to root for your character. It does a great job of modernizing this world and re-explaining it to a brand new audience. It's action-packed and visually stunning. And narratively, I think for the most part is really fun, especially in the 30-40 minutes that really start the film. But as the movie was playing out, undeniably, in terms of some of my criticisms, despite walking out of this film on a more positive side, I do think that the film suffers from having characters that are integral to getting our character to the next level, but oftentimes just feel convenient or undercooked. And sometimes it feels like some of that Edgar Wright quirky humor maybe takes away from some of these moments, especially in the latter half of the film. And more than anything, despite the fact that I think that the film is satisfying by the time you get to the end, it was a really fun action film and I enjoyed it as a remake. It definitely was not a bad time. I do think the latter part of the film, especially the last 15 minutes, feels very ham-fisted with its messaging. When it comes down to that divide between the rich and the poor and the deception from media, that's kind of just laced into the plots from the earlier parts of the film. So it feels like the movie's coming to a close and it's just ham-fisting that knowledge to you as if you didn't already get it. But ultimately, I like this film.